All right, just gonna make a quick Bitcoin update video. What I'm going over, what I'm looking for tomorrow. Honestly, not much has changed. Let me change this here, but regarding the trades I was looking for, I was talking about this trade yesterday where we had this stab lower kind of near the, let me switch to my other chart here, near this kind of larger range low. But the day was pretty boring. I guess you had one good trade if you caught it, you had to be really fast on that PPI. I didn't catch that one, so yeah, I mean, basically we swept yesterday's low, and this was the place to get long today. You guys can see the indicators. So order book depth, we have 10% and 5% started to flip green. We had an open interest come off here at the bottom. So yeah, we had a bunch of confluences. Order book depth, you can see it flips green here. Here, like it's the bottom of this RSI channel. We had the open interest aggregation also flip to the bottom. That's basically just confirming this kind of liquidation that we saw. So you had a bunch of reasons to basically get long, but I am already out of that trade, which might be a mistake, I think. But what are you gonna do? We're coming back up into the next sticky spot, so that sticky spot's going to be here on this or high volume area. Why are high volumes areas sticky? It's just normally where there's a lot of two-way trade. There's a lot of two-way trades, a lot of positioning sitting in these. So when you come up into them, you normally get a lot of chop, stuff like that. I think it's really dependent as well on what the S&P is going to do. I think if the S&P rallies, then we could get a nice relief. But if it doesn't, we'll see. S&P, like I was talking about yesterday, normally these rounded bottoms, but right now we have like people have been calling it like a sell program. What does that mean? Volatility really isn't spiking, but it's a very controlled selling all the way down. So it's not some huge, crypto liquidation thing, which you sometimes get, or you get a large move and then the VIX starts picking up. You're really just getting slow, controlled selling. I mean, and that's it. Um, so when that starts reversing, I think you do get a good bounce. I think the recession fears aren't really here yet, but we'll see. Um, with all the headline scares and stuff, it's really hard, at least for me, to predict, on these nightly videos that I do, where the price is going to go tomorrow. It's mostly reactionary. I'm looking at these extremes. I'm looking to get in on the extremes. Um, but yeah, other than that, um, I want to go through Solana. I'm still watching this range low, and if we flip it, I'll probably get long. But it does depend on what Bitcoin does. But you guys can see like this box here would where, so basically want to go up, and we might move. This is resistance, obviously, so I would probably try to get involved early. Um, and just kind of hope we get some throwback into like here or probably here. Um, the Kingmaker trade is to follow it all the way up into this up here, but I don't know if you get that far of throwback. Hype again is at basically the listing price. So, I mean, it might not even be the listing price. Hype. I probably would have to open actually. I don't know what the actual. I'm assuming this is listing price, but it might be wrong because it's on Bybit, so it might be a lot lower. Um, but yeah, I mean, Hype's getting murdered regardless. I'm not really trading this one much anymore. ETH. I think one alt that does look interesting is XRP. It's holding up really, really well compared to all these other coins. But again, I'm not really trading alts that much recently. Um, yeah, I mean, they just don't look great for intraday trading. So, anyways, main one I'm going to have my eyes on is going to be Solana. If we break this kind of 130 area or 127, it is going to get dicey up here. Let's actually pull it up on here as well. Let's see what it looks like. First things first, the order book depth on this thing is like always green. Okay. Oh, all right, I might have to adjust it for Solana, but I guess we'll see when we get up here. What does open interest look like? Looks doesn't look terrible. It's not ramping up like crazy. Okay. Yeah, I'll put it on my watch list for sure. Let me just probably just gonna send an alert here and we'll see what happens. But I wouldn't be surprised as well if we, spike lower. Excuse me, there's a bunch of orders sitting at like 100. So I could see those getting hit, but basically we have the range, we're sitting outside of it, we're spending time outside of it, so it's not an easy trade to just get long into. Most likely, or the highest probability is that we actually break down again. And if Bitcoin does that, we do. If Bitcoin doesn't, I think we rally. So just kind of how I'm seeing it. I guess those are the two plays I'm watching. Bitcoin, yeah, I mean, I was long. I'm flat now. I think that's about it. Not much. We have consumer sentiment tomorrow. And yeah, I think that's about it. Short video. So, if you guys got any questions about the setup, throw them in the comments. But thanks for watching.